Hey guys, Aaron Garza, founder here at Pureline Nutrition. Hope you guys are doing well. Today we're going to talk about the pump, specifically the muscle pump. Is it something you should be trying to get? Is it something that you're not getting? Is it something that you need to be getting? What's the whole deal with the pump? Well, let's be honest. If you've been training for any amount of time at all, you know that when you go to the gym, you train bis or you train tris or you hit the chest, you just love the massive flow of blood that goes in there. You feel the pump, you feel great. And you know what? Even Arnold said it was the most satisfying feeling he ever got in the gym. And it's true, it feels great, but is it important? Is it something you actually need? Well, actually it's extremely important. And we're gonna get into it and talk about exactly why it's important for you to get a pump. Number one, the pump delivers oxygen, blood, nutrients, all kinds of growth factors to the muscle being worked. When you don't get a pump, that's a sign that something may be lacking, whether it's sodium, carbohydrates, protein, or just maybe even sleep. But the pump is basically a primary indicator that you are in an anabolic phase. You're actually producing lean tissue, you're growing, your body's in a place where it's in a positive, a net positive and not a net negative. Secondly, the pump enhances recovery. It enhances repair. The more nutrients, the more aminos, the more protein, the more carbs, the more hydration we have going into that muscle, the faster that muscle is going to repair from the workout and the bigger or stronger that muscle is going to get. And third, the body sees the pump as almost as a threat. It starts to see the blood fill with muscle. It starts to realize that all this blood is being engorged in this certain area, and it releases all these growth factors, androgens, anabolics, and different important factors that elicit growth later on. So it's extremely important in all those areas. And if you're not getting a pump, how can you get one? Well, first of all, look at your diet, look at your training, your nutrition, your water intake, make sure you're hydrated, make sure you're doing everything in your power naturally to get a good pump in the gym. And if you're not, and days continue to go by and workouts continue to go by and you're like, man, I'm just not getting a pump, then you definitely need to backtrack, look at your log and say, hey, you know what? I haven't been eating right. I haven't been eating every 3 hours, or I haven't had my water intake where it needs to be. Look at that and make sure and address it. Now, secondly, you can always add in some pump products, and that brings us to the relevance of this video. We're gonna be talking about NitroPrime. NitroPrime is a new vasodilation and pump product that Pureline is releasing on March 24th, and it is a unique product simply because it has 2 trademarked ingredients and 5 ingredients that actually work synergistically to help produce a crazy pump. Let's get into those ingredients right now. Number one, it's got something called Hydroprime. Hydroprime is a glycerol derivative that actually increases hyperhydration of the muscle cell. Now, this is different than the typical blood volume pump that you would get when you're pumping blood into the muscle, because it releases hydration and water and fluid into the muscle cell, creating the muscle cell to get a voluminous look, get bigger. Now, the cool thing about that is that water is not extracellular, it's intracellular. So think of a balloon. That balloon is getting bigger and bigger and bigger while the skin is staying tight, and you don't have that puffy, bloated look. This is also really important for endurance athletes or people who train for any length of time, because the more hydrated a muscle cell is, the longer they'll be able to train or exercise. Great for endurance people like MMA fighters, cyclists, runners, anybody who does long bouts of training. Hydroprime, which is in NitroPrime, will help them with that. Now, secondly, it has an ingredient called S7. S7 is a trademark ingredient that has 7 natural compounds that tells the body to release more nitric oxide. Now, nitric oxide is extremely important for the pump because it increases and vasodilates blood cells within the body. This allows more blood to flow into the areas you're working, the chest, the biceps, the back, whatever, and bring more nutrients, aminos, and growth factors into that area. So those 2 ingredients combined with 3 digestive and assimilation ingredients create the perfect product for a pump and for eliciting the growth that you're looking for. Now, the question is, surely, can I use this with my pre-workout? I'm already taking a pre-training formula. How do I combine it? This is a simple pump product. It has some key ingredients. It doesn't have any type of stimulant. So yes, you can combine it with your pre-workout without a problem. In fact, I've been using it 25 to 30 minutes before I train, along with the scoop of crank by Pureline, and it is absolutely the best and most intense training sessions I've ever had. I mean, I can tell my arms look bigger. I mean, usually for me, it takes about 2 exercises before I really start to notice a pump. But with NitroPrime and combined with the pre-workout, I noticed within the first 2 sets of my training session. So really incredible. Guys, NitroPrime is gonna be available this Friday, which is March 24th, and we are going to be releasing it in store and online at thepureline.com. If you're watching this video and that's already passed, then you can simply go to our website at thepureline.com to pick up a NitroPrime. I'm going to actually put a link at the bottom. I think you'll be really impressed. We put a lot of time into the product. We've created a product with 5 key ingredients that all work together to give you an incredible pump. And you know what's really cool is I'm actually seeing a lot of women using pump products too. In the past, we'd see a lot of guys that just interested in muscle growth and getting big. And now we're seeing a lot of girls come into our retail locations and even online buying products like NitroPrime and Plasmavol to increase their pump because they're realizing how important a pump is to their training. So if you haven't already, check it out, guys. If you have any questions, you can always email us at info@thepureline.com or give us a call, 1-800-632-1402. Guys, we'll see you next time. Take care.